Is it weird that I'm using an Armaf branded cloth to wipe an Afnan bottle? I don't think they mind. Brand new Afnan 9pm Elixir. What's it like? Let's talk about it. Hello, my name is Nick Dice and you're watching Smelly Cat, the best place on YouTube for fragrance reviews like this one. Today we talk about a brand new release from the brand. It's called Afnan 9pm Elixir, part of the popular 9pm series. And if the recent releases are anything to go by, you know that this one is going to be well worth the money. Quick one, it is my birthday weekend, so if you've enjoyed any of my videos, if I've ever helped you, now is the best time to show some love. Drop a happy birthday in the comment, it will really make my weekend, and maybe a sneaky subscribe as well, but hey, no pressure, I'll treat it as a gift from you guys. Now coming to 9pm Elixir. First of all, let me get this out of the way. This is not a clone of La Mel Elixir. This is not a clone of African leather. Really, I don't know where the African leather comparisons are coming. Maybe a bit in the leather, but this is definitely not a take on African leather. And neither is it a take on La Mel Elixir. I'll tell you what it is like. If you want something that is like La Mel Elixir, there are so many clones out there, you know. I've covered a couple from Armaf, from Latafa, from Rasasi. But if you want something that is cheaper, smells amazing, and without compromising on quality, really this one came as a surprise for me. It's called Zemaya's Modesh Aura. This is my favorite out of all the aughts that you can buy at the moment. This, on the other hand, which is 9pm Elixir, isn't really a clone of this one. This is one of my favorite elixirs from the last couple of years. Second bottle, actually. I have two bottles, one in India, one here. That's why you won't see much of it used, because when I'm here, I don't really get to use it too much. I mostly carry it when I'm traveling to colder places. 9pm Elixir actually smells like La Mel Elixir Absolute, the new flanker, but again, not a clone. This is not a clone of Elixir. This again is not a clone, to my nose, of African leather also, and this again is not a clone of La Mel Elixir Absolute. It's more a distant cousin. Same family, slightly similar swagger, but again, you know, when you see them separately, you'll be like, oh, they're brothers or they're the same person. But when you see them side by side, you'll know that, okay, maybe their parents are siblings. This one, 9pm Elixir, is like La Mel Elixir Absolute with some annoying bits taken out of it and some fun twist added, which I'll talk about in a bit. Oh yeah, and also they've added a bit of the 9pm DNA in there. Price in Dubai, over here you can get it for 120 dirhams. Just launched today, was available on in their stores last evening. On Afnan's official US website, I have it open here, it's listed for $50. On the official UK website, it's listed for £40. It was up on Joma Shop for around $60 to $65, and it has already been sold out. You guys are smarter than that. Don't pay $60, $65 for this. Wait for it to hit other stores. Buy it directly from Afnan if you have to, if you really want it now. $50 is a fair price for it, but you know that the prices will drop to around $30, $35, $40. It'll be a bargain at that price. Having said that, if you want it now, the best place to buy it, according to me, is the Afnan website, because they have a US website, they have a UK website, and I don't know if they have an India website, but at the moment, the best place, if you can't wait, you want it first, you want to pick it up before anyone else, don't pick it up from the other places that are selling it for $65, $70. You've got to give it to Afnan though. They have been really good with their pricing, especially with a lot of Middle Eastern brands, not only Middle Eastern brands, even niche and designer brands increasing their prices. Afnan have been very consistent. So this launched at the same price that 9pm launched at, 9pm Rebel launched at, the 9am series also launched at. So yeah, good job with the pricing. Another thing I wanted to also say is that this one here is a Parfum Intense. It says extrait on the website and other places. It says Parfum Intense on the bottle. The other 9pm's Rebel, the original 9pm, They both are EDPs. Let's very quickly go through the presentation. Box and bottle very similar to what you get with the rest of the 9pm series. Here they've changed the design, and I'm not sure you can see it. They have this very retro geometric line running through it. That's the look and feel they've gone with. The bottle is chunky, does look very well built, looks very nice in this darker gradient. On the cap you get the Afnan logo, and once again this is a weapon. Inside the bottle, behind the coffin, again you have that retro geometric line running, but one very nice touch I'll say is that you get to see the notes hidden behind the bottle. So once you take the bottle out, you can see what the notes to this fragrance are. Coming to the notes, the top notes are nutmeg, elemi, cardamom. The middle notes are pimento, which is pimento pepper, lavender, which is lavender, and leather. And the base notes are cyst labdanum, which is actually Cistus labdanum, which is again labdanum, or rock rose. On Fragrantica, they've listed rock rose separately, but it's the same thing: labdanum, vanilla, and patchouli. Here is how it sprays, and you know what? Let me also make it my scent of the day. I'll go for 8 sprays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. You know what? Let's do 1 for good luck. Let's cover the mic. 1 for good luck. Now this is how much I would actually spray it if I were to wear this outside. This is how much I've sprayed it to test it as well. Right off the bat, the first major difference with this one compared to Elixir Absolute is that they've gotten rid of that very weird Windex or window cleaning spray like opening that some people get in Elixir Absolute. I think it's the plum note in that. It gives this little fruity, squeaky vibe in the start, which to some noses might smell like a window cleaner. There's absolutely none of that here, which makes this one far better in the opening, of course. This instead opens with a cozy punch of fresh spices. It's a lot spicier. I won't say it's a lot fresher, but it's a lot spicier, soft spicy compared to Elixir and Elixir Absolute. There's this warm, slightly boozy feel to that, and the main note that really stands out, the two main notes that really stand out are the cardamom and the nutmeg. Now as it moves to the heart, things get a lot smoother, a touch smokier, and a tad bit leathery. Not loud or anything. The leather in this is not super strong, but it is enough to keep you interested. I think this is where a lot of people compare this to African leather, but honestly African leather is a lot louder in terms of that spiciness, freshness up top. It's a little sour as well. There's something in there that gives out the sun. The leather is very strong. Maybe a bit of the leather's treatment is like African leather, and that's why people are comparing it. But honestly, I have African leather. I tried them side by side. Neither in the opening, neither in the mids, neither when they dry down are there anything alike. Maybe 5% because of the leather. But again, don't get misled into believing that this is a leather-based scent. Then the 9pm DNA slowly creeps in as well. Not in the sugary, bubblegummy feel that the original has, but a more elegant amber vanilla kind of feel. Now, if you think that Absolute tones down the honey tobacco combo in the dry down compared to Elixir, this one just doesn't have that. You know, there is no honey tobacco sweetness at all in this one. This one concentrates more on the vanilla. And there's an unmistakable nuttiness in this. Right from the start, it's super duper nutty, like roasted nuts, roasted pistachio, roasted hazelnuts, and I don't know what, there's nothing in the notes that mention that. Maybe it's the treatment of vanilla that gives it this super duper nutty feeling. Just love it. It's very delicious. You know, it's like warm. It's like, imagine if it's hot and you're roasting hazelnuts or you're roasting pistachios, and there's this oily, nutty feel in the air. That's what this one starts feeling like once it's already here in this one, but once it starts passing the mids and going towards the dry down, there's a lot of that nuttiness in this. This creamy, nutty twist is why this dry down is irresistible. It's really addictive. You really want to get to the dry down. You really want to sniff yourself a lot. Now here's where it gets interesting as well. There is also a flicker or a whisper of somewhere in the dry down. It feels like another scent that I really love, or at least a series that I love. Guerlain's La Homme ID La Intense. I love the entire series. I love the parfum version the best, but this one has some of that feel in the dry down, mid to dry down stage, like the Guerlain La Homme La Intense. La Homme ID La Intense, sorry. Maybe it's, but that's a little sweeter. There's a lot of almond in that. That nuttiness in this is more pistachio, hazelnut kind of nuttiness. In that one, it's more almond. But I think it's that nuttiness mixed with the labdanum and the leather and that pimento pepper that gives it some of that feel. I would actually go so far as to saying that this is about 20 to 30% like that scent. I have a feeling no other reviewer is going to make that connection. Overall, at best, this is about, again, I'm saying that this is a far distant cousin of the Absolute DNA and even further away from La 9Pm Elixir. For me, this is about 70% like Absolute. It looks like the brief to the perfumer was, hey, this is a great DNA, can we do something similar? And it's not a straight up clone. They've taken that as an inspiration, put some 9pm DNA in there, realized that the opening is really bad, gotten rid of that, played with some nuttiness, and that's what 9pm Elixir feels like. This could very well be a flanker, another La 9Pm flanker. Like honestly, if I call this La 9Pm Elixir Absolute Extreme Overdose, you'd say, yeah, that's another release from JPG. Now the original 9pm wears its name like a badge. It's like this, it's all about this young electric energy of late night clubbing scene, right? 9pm Elixir on the 9pm Elixir on the other hand steps out around the same time, post 9pm, but with a completely different attitude towards the night. It's the after party where the music softens and the conversation deepens. Now the man wearing it, he has grown up a little. If you're anywhere near my age, you know how your idea of a night out has changed over the last 10 years. That evolution from really loud nights and getting drunk to meaningful conversations, still having a quiet drink outside, is exactly what 9pm Elixir captures. It's not just a flanker, it's more a reflection of how we've changed without really losing who we are. Yeah, that was deeper than I wanted it to be. I surprise myself sometimes. Anyways, let's talk about performance. Longevity, 8 to 9 hours. Of the couple of times that I've tested it, I know it will get better. If you wear this at 9pm, you can come back home at 6 a.m. and you will still be smelling of this. Projection, best in the first 2 hours, just what you want from a scent like this. Sillage, smooth trail, easily detectable in the air a couple of feet around you. Now, is this redundant? Pretty strong. According to me, not at all. In a world filled with La 9Pm Elixir clones, this does its own thing. With this, I got the heart of 9pm, the soul of something spicier, and just enough DNA overlap with Elixir Absolute to make this relevant and not repetitive. Let me quickly wrap it up for you. This is the TLDW version. Too long, did not watch. If you've skipped to the end, hoping for a summary, this is it. This is also my final rating for the scent. Scent profile, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Warm, spicy, slightly boozy. Compliment factor, again, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Smooth, it's classy, it's very likable. It's the kind of scent people like around you. It's that perfumey perfume without being too creative. People will like it, and that's why it is something that will get compliment, will get noticed without being too loud. Scent quality, again, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. It's surprisingly refined for the price. This is the smoothest 9pm you can buy. Performance, 8.5 out of 10. I'll be honest, I still haven't tried, but does feel like something that will open up even more. I've tried it a couple of times, 2 full wearings, and it gave me 8 or more hours. Value for money, 9.5 out of 10. Honestly, Afnan's pricing continues to shine. That brings my overall rating to a 9 out of 10. It's smooth, it's classy, it's priced perfectly according to me, and it'll only get cheaper, and there's enough change in there compared to 9pm or compared to Elixir Absolute to warrant a full bottle. That's it from me today. Don't forget to wish me in the comments, like, share, subscribe if you really think I've helped you out. Until next time, keep smelling amazing.
Elixir.